I'm very happy to be here, and I think we're going to be able to catch a lot of information for you from all different sides. I'm going to really represent the side of the admission committee itself and what the committee is looking for. So I'm a little bit different because as being part of University of Texas, we use TMDSAS instead of ASAS, and we're a little bit different in that we have up to 3 essays that individuals can submit. So on the first slide here, your personal statement, of course, is generally what your motivation are when you seek the career of dentistry. And I'm sure that Kyle and Mackenzie will go into more detail as students when they, and they'll talk about how to go about writing one. But we really want to talk about your motivation. Why do you want to be a dentist? Sometimes individuals will have applied to vet school or medical school, and now they're applying to dental school. And many times, particularly in TMDSAS, we know if someone had applied to medical school before or vet school. So if you're going to apply to dental school this time, you want to indicate why you've made that switch, because we already know that you had applied to medical school the year before. So it's not a surprise to us, but you need to let us know why you made that shift. You need to discuss your philosophy of the dental profession, indicate your goals relevant to the profession, and just give an honest history of yourself and experiences that you might have had. The committee is just looking at you in terms of who that candidate is in many different respects. So that's what you really want to do. Now for TMDSAS, the personal statement is limited to 5,000 characters, and I believe in ASAS it's 4,500 characters. So you can be a little bit more elaborate if you needed to in TMDSAS. Go ahead, next slide, Brian. So if you can, and if you do have these, you want to state the challenges that you've had to overcome, because boards like the fact that you might have overcome something, you've got past that, you're a lot stronger for that, and as long as you can explain what happened in a logical manner, you don't want to take up half your essay, but you want to just put it out there, and then what occurred, how you overcame that, and how you're a better person for that. You want to have a strong introduction and conclusion, and I guess Mackenzie and Kyle will probably elaborate on that later on today. Make sure your grammar and spelling is correct. I'm sure you know about that over and over again, but you need to triple check it, quadruple check it, and have other individuals take a look at it as well. It needs to be right. One thing that we see in some of the essays is that some individuals get too bogged down into their mission trip or patient experience or shadowing experience, and their essay becomes just a collection of what happened on that mission trip. It's great to go ahead and talk about that, but you want to go ahead and use that to segue into why you want to become a dentist, what are your motivations, and so forth. Do not make your whole essay your mission trip. Also, you want to talk about your strengths and talk about your weaknesses. Boards, they like individuals that can give an honest assessment of themselves, and sometimes it's not all that great to say, well, how great I am. Sometimes people have weaknesses, and you may want to point that out. If you do, you want to acknowledge that you have that weakness, but you've overcome that somehow, it's made you stronger. You always want to put it into a positive spin. But the boards are always, they always like individuals that can at least give an honest assessment and talk about their weaknesses as well as their strengths. All right, Brian. So, when you do your essays, have you articulated why you passionately want to be a dentist? That's what we're looking for. And that's also important, just by the way, in terms of your interview. You're looking for the passion that you have when individuals are asking you questions. That's really, really important. Why you should be selected over applicants. As you know, a lot of individuals are applying. Why should we pick you over other individuals? And how can you contribute to the profession of dentistry? And again, these do not need to be long and elaborate. You can throw a couple of sentences out there that shows us that you recognize that and that you can contribute to the profession of dentistry in some way. Indicate that you know something about current and future dental issues. Again, this is not something that needs to be several paragraphs, but something that talks about anything from healthcare to amalgam to anything that shows that you looked up dentistry, you know some of the issues of dentistry, and that you are able to address that because you are passionately motivated to do that profession. Some individuals are reapplying. They did not get selected and they're reapplying. So state why you still desire a career in dentistry. For TMDSAS, we know if someone has applied the year before and now they're reapplying. So it's not a surprise. So when you write your essay or public personal statement, you want to make sure that you acknowledge the fact that, yes, I did not get selected this last year, but I've done this, and this to improve my application. I still desire to have that career, and I still have the passion. And so by that same token, you want to list things that you've currently done to show that you still do have that passion to reapply and to become a dentist.